In the north of the enclave, amid the activity of Palestinian groups, IDF air and artillery strikes became more frequent. Urban areas in Tel al-Hawa and Zaytun neighborhoods, as well as Jabalia, came under fire. In the central part of the enclave, ahead of a new phase of the operation, the Israeli troops struck uncontrolled settlements. In Deir al-Balah, residential buildings suffered significant damage as a result of strikes. In Khan Yunis, Israeli forces continue to evacuate refugees from Nasser Hospital to the coastal al-Mawasi camp. Nevertheless, most Palestinians remain inside the walls of the medical facility despite regular Israeli demands. To speed up the evacuation, the Israel Defense Forces have been striking the complex, including hospital wards. At the same time, Israeli forces conducted a series of raids aimed at identifying militants hiding in the hospital. At the same time, amid preparations for the offensive in Khan Yunis, the Israeli command transferred part of the forces from the Abbasan al-Kabira area. In turn, Palestinian militias carried out a series of sorties, but their effectiveness is questionable. In the West Bank, Israeli security forces conducted another series of raids in various locations. Several dozen local residents were arrested, while the total number of detainees exceeded 7,000. Meanwhile, clashes broke out in Tubas between Palestinian Authority security services and members of local groups. Mahmoud Abbas controlled security forces handed over all detained militants to the Israelis. The situation on the Israeli-Lebanese border somewhat escalated, with Hezbollah firing rockets into Safed. The attack wounded 10 people and killed 4, including an IDF soldier. In turn, Israeli forces fired 2 rockets at the rear town of Nabatea in southern Lebanon. However, instead of another Hezbollah target, the IDF hit an apartment building. 11 people were killed. In neighboring Syria, U.S. aircraft attacked the vicinity of Mayadin in Deir ez-Zor province. The positions of pro-Iranian militias came under fire, but no information about damage and casualties was published. In the Red Sea region, the coalition air force conducted airstrikes against Yemeni Houthi targets. A series of explosions were reported in the areas of Al-Jabana and Ras Isa in Al-Hudaydah province.